Novadeaus hits so hard. Let's get into it. Alright, getting to the first battle, here we go. They're leading with Gargoyle's speed. Now, Gargoyle being an air or earth type is 4 times weak to ice, so we're just gonna click Frost Beam here. This will do a lot of damage, but they outspeed us because it's just Gargoyle's speed, and they go for some icicle traps. Now, that's fine. At least we didn't get hit by an earth move. That would have been pretty bad. But they get some icicle traps up, and we just OHKO it with a Frost Beam, which is awesome. Now, it is 4 times weak, so that kind of makes sense. Anyway, they go into Halvantic here, and we can hit Halvantic neutrally, but it can hit us pretty hard. So we want to go into Himber. Himber has earth moves, which can hit Halvantic for 4 times damage. So that's just what we'll do. Now they go for a Baneful Bash, but we resist that on Himber, which is very nice. Now they go for a bulk up here. So they get a little tankier and start to hit a little harder, which is fine. But then we go for an Earthquake. This should KO it just because of how weak to earth it is, and it does KO, which is really great. Now they go Cosmure here, so we just want to get some icicle traps up. They go for a Meteor Crash, which is like a little above half, so one more would kill us, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. So we get icicle traps up, but yeah. So we're going to go Mudslide here. This will get rid of the icicle traps on our side, but they go for a Psycho Blast, and they get a bad damage roll, so we live. We're really low, so I don't see Himber doing much after this, but the icicle traps on our field are gone, which is very nice. Now, we just have to click Ice Hammer here. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're about to die. So yeah, Himber goes down, which is a-okay, because here we can go Novadeaus again. Novadeaus is doing very well, already got a KO, and with a Draco Beam, we can KO Cosmure. Now, we go for Draco Beam. This is boosted by the Archaic Shell also, which is very nice, so it'll do a lot of damage. There are a lot of items you can run on this thing, but I really like Archaic Shell, just to drop nukes on, anything with an 130 base power move. Anyway, we are -2 now, which kind of sucks, and they go Nimue. We're just going to click Frost Beam just to get as much damage as we can, even though we're -2. Ideally, we could switch, but it's fine. Now they go for a Peace of Mind, so they start to set up, which kind of sucks. Yeah, I mean, the setup and the fact that Nimue just is a range tank. It has the same range defense as Venilin. People sleep on Nimue, but it's actually really good. But yeah, it has the same range defense as Venilin, plus Peace of Mind means it's really strong, and it can tank really well. So they go for a Gamma Pulse, but we live, which is nice. It doesn't hit the hardest, but yeah. So this is not an SA Nimue, so it would hit harder if it was SA. But anyway, we go into Snag Goop here. This is a voiceover, so I don't know why we went to Snag Goop. Tatab because it just got rid of it because it's a melee attacker. But yeah, we click Muck Blast. This just does a little. I don't know why we didn't go Tatab, now that I think about it, but it's fine. Snag Goop's really low. So maybe it's just to get chip, but I don't know. Tatab could have gotten rid of it. But we'll just click Muck Blast again, so that's fine. Nimue is very low. They do have Health Amulet, so they are recovering passively. But yeah. So anyway, Snag Goop goes down, and then we go Tatab. Now with Tatab, we can just click Timber Thrash, which is a-okay. So we just get rid of Nimue right here, which is awesome. So yeah. Alright, they go Florant here. This is their last Loomian, I'm pretty sure. So it's pretty nice. It takes half its health from icicle traps, which is just amazing. Now we go Novadeaus here. We don't have enough energy, sadly, but we would be able to use Frost Beam to get rid of it. But we don't have enough energy, sadly. So it does. They go for a Parasitize, which does a little under half, or a little around half of what we had left. So we're pretty low, and with any attack we die, to be honest, just because I didn't really play with Novadeaus that well here. But yeah, so we just click Wait. They go for a Carnivorous Snap, which is their Soul Burst move. Soul move, I don't know the term, but anyway, Novadeaus goes down here. But it's fine, because then Tatab is no longer locked into clicking Timber Thrash, which it resists. So we can just click Jungle Jutsu here. It is weak to Jungle Jutsu being a bug type and all. So yeah, we just click Jungle Jutsu against Soul Burst Florant, and it just goes down. Soul Burst Florant is a cool Loomian, but it's not that good. But yeah, so that's GG. Getting into the second battle, here we go. They are leading with Doku Mori, which is fine. Now we're going with the Himber lead, and to be honest, Himber kind of hard counters Doku Mori. Both our stabs would hit it for super effective damage, so I just click Earthquake here. They go for an Icicle Trap just to get, hazards. Hazards are nice, but we click Earthquake. We would click Ice Hammer because it's higher power, but that makes contact, and with Doku Mori's ability, any contact moves that hit it sets up Poison Barbs, which is not great. Anyway, we click Mudslide here, but they go for a Baffle, getting out of Doku Mori and going into Luminami. So it's double pivot, I guess. But we click Mudslide here. We get rid of the Icicle Traps, which is very nice. So that's very valuable because we just don't like the chip damage from icicle traps, so getting rid of it's great. Then I go for a wave wrecker. Now this does like about like a little under half. So it could be a 2-hit KO, but it's probably a 3-hit KO. And we go for an earthquake, which is very nice. That does like a little over half actually. So here we go for an icicle trap. I think getting up hazards here is really nice, just to chip away at whatever they have. And we live one more wave wrecker, which is nice. We do get dazed, but we don't let it affect us. We could just go for the icicle trap, and that's fine. Now, Luminami does outspeed Himber. This isn't a 0 speed, which is kind of weird. So we know Himber would die, but we do switch into Tatab. Now, whatever they do, like if they Wave Wrecker, which they do, we resist it. But if they were to click a light move, we'd be immune. And like an electric move like Thunder Chomp, we resist. So yeah. Anyway, we click Timber Thrash right here, and they switch out of Luminami because they kind of knew that, and they go Dokumori. Dokumori takes like a quarter of its health, max health, from the icicle traps, so it's at like 1 health right now, and then we do get rid of it, but they do set up the poison barbs, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. So Dokumori goes down, which was kind of scary, and they go Venilin. Now Venilin falls into the icicle traps, which is alright, does a tiny bit of chip. But we want to get rid of these poison barbs before we go into anything. So we go Gobodemic, which can just pick them up, which is very nice. Now the poison barbs disappear, and they switch out of Venilin, actually, and they go into Duskit. Duskit's interesting here. SA Duskit is actually good, but Duskit's interesting. I don't really see it used a ton, but yeah. Anyway, we go Himber, and they go for a Psycho Blast, just getting rid of Himber, which kind of sucks, but we do have to sack it off, which gets us a free switch, not really switch, but it gets us into Novadeaus, which is very nice. Now, we go for a Draco Beam, but they switch out of Duskit and go Venilin. Now, this is boosted by Archaic Shell, which is pretty great. So we go for the Draco Beam, and this Venilin's about at a quarter, like down, and this does like about half health to a Venilin, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, a neutral hit from a ranged attacker doing half to Venilin's pretty crazy. So yeah. Anyway, we switch out and go into Harvest. They go for a Rejuvenate, which kind of sucks because, you know, it just like recovered all that damage, but it's fine. Now we go for a bulk up right here. They poison us, which isn't great on Harvest. We don't really like that, but it's fine. So we go for the bulk up. We just start to set up, just do a little more damage because like if we started spamming Parasitize or whatever, they just keep clicking Rejuvenate. But if we get like Oko with bulk up in theory, that would be great. But we scare them out, I guess, and then, you know, they go into Luminami. Now we click bulk up one more time. Luminami takes some more damage from Icicle Traps, which is very nice. Now we get the bulk up, which is also very nice. So yeah, we take some poison damage, which is not very nice, but you know, it's fine. Now we click Parasitize here. This just gets us some damage, and we get recovery, which is awesome. Now Luminami is very low, so yeah, but they go for a Flash and Flee, which is super effective against us, so we don't take that well, but we take it pretty decently. So they switch out, and they go into Duskit right here. So that's fine. Duskit is weak to both our stabs, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, so that's just what we're going to click here. We are going to go for, we would go for the Soul Storm, but we want the recovery from Parasitize. And they both cost the same energy because like Harvest. But they go for an Oppress, and they just get rid of us because we are poisoned. So Oppress does double damage, so they just get rid of us, which kind of sucks, but it's alright. Now here we can go Novadeaus. We are just going to click Draco Beam here, but they switch out of Duskit and go into Luminami here. Now Luminami is pretty low. So yeah, we go for the Draco Beam, and I think this kills actually. So we go for the Draco Beam, and even though it's resisted, it just gets rid of Luminami, which is very nice. Mainly Luminami runs melee defensive set, so it's kind of, it's fine, because they're not that range defensive. I mean, it's still range defensive and has a lot of HP. But they go into Kanibo right here, and to get rid of that -2 from the Draco Beam, we go Tatab. Now, that's fine. Tatab does become dazed from their attack, which is alright, but we can just click Timber Thrash. This will do a lot to Kanibo, but they switch out. Now they go Duskit right here, and Duskit, even though it's like a little above half, Timber Thrash still does a ton to this thing. We are dazed, but we hit through the daze, which is very nice. And Timber Thrash just KOs the Duskit, which is really awesome. Now we are really low and locked into Timber Thrash, but yeah. So they go Venilin here. Honestly, I think just clicking the resisted Timber Thrash here is the best idea. We'll die to the recoil, so that's fine. And we just get a lot of damage on Venilin. So we go for the Timber Thrash, and we actually get rid of the Venilin with a critical hit, which is awesome. We're very happy with that. So we'll take that. So the Venilin does go down. So do we from recoil. But that's fine. Now we can just go Novadeaus here. No matter what they go into, we can hit it. like for neutral at least. So they go Kanibo here. Now this isn't great per se, because you know they have water moves, but we'll just click Draco Beam here, and they go for the Wave Wrecker, and we live at 1. We live at 1 health, which is kind of crazy. But look at this. We go for the Draco Beam, and it missed. The Draco Beam just missed. So they go for a Wave Wrecker, and they kill us, which kind of sucks, but that's the game. So that's fine. Now we go Gobademic here, and then we have to Muck Blast. We'll just get rid of the Kanibo. So we missed the Draco Beam. This might be a case where you want to run a Shrewd Blast, which can't miss. And the miss kind of sucks, but Gobademic did clutch it up, so that's a GG, well played. So nice. Alright, now we're on set. I am running Pure Nimble for our personality. You can run Pure Smart, but a lot of the other Loomians in our speed tier like to run Nimble, so it helps us either speed tie or outspeed them, which is very nice. Now for our item, I'm running Archaic Shell. You can really run like a lot of items. You can run Rageful Plushie, you can run Essences, other shells, but I like Archaic Shell, so our Draco Beams can pretty much just drop nukes on the opponent. It just hits really hard. Anyway, now going over the moves. For our ability, I'm running our regular, I think it's our only ability, Obsidian Heart. This gives us Ancient Stab without having like Ancient as our type. So we get 3 stabs, or it gives us extra Ancient Stab. So usually we get 25% extra damage with, you know, regular stab. So that's what we get on Frostbeam Fire Breath, but Obsidian Heart gives us extra Ancient Stab on Draco Beam. Or you can run Shrewd Blast if you want to conserve energy, or you don't want your range attack to drop when you go for a Draco Beam. So you could run Shrewd Blast if you want, but I like Draco Beam just because it hits really hard. Now for our final move, we aren't going to use this much, but Peace of Mind. It's just good setup. We don't really have any better moves, so it's pretty good setup. Now going over the TPs, I am running max range attack and max speed. This is just to be as fast as possible and outspeed a lot of other Loomians in our speed tier. I'm running max range attack just to hit as hard as possible. Now I am running 4 energy. This actually gets us up to exactly 250 at level 50, which is really nice. And I'm dumping the leftovers into health. Alright, with all being said, see you in the next one. Bye!